Yo, welcome in, welcome in. What's up, what's up? What is up, everyone? I gotta move this PC over to this desk and we gotta plug it in. And then we're gonna be dialing in this build, you guys. It's pretty cool. The only thing I have set up on this PC so far is the cool RGB. So we gotta overclock the RAM. It does bug me how that vertical GPU mount is a little crooked, but we're gonna have to ignore it. Welcome in everyone. You guys, I think YouTube might be glitching out and not showing me chat. So just give it a second until it loads up. I'm not seeing what anyone is saying right now. Gosh, this thing is too heavy. Way too heavy, you guys. And place it like that. That would look really good. Okay, there we go. What's up, Frank? Now I can see you guys' chat. What's up, what's up? Welcome in everyone. Let's set up this monitor here. And this is over in the corner of my office, just where I work on PCs. This is not my personal setup right over here. Yo, what's up? I was watching the slide. This guy couldn't sleep because everybody keeps spamming a lot of things. What do you mean, Frank? All right. Plug in this back here. I low-key hate how far back this motherboard panel is. Like the I/O panel is so deep within the case. It's honestly kind of annoying. It's like when you donate something and they just put something to blast it out. Oh, I feel you. Yeah, that's super annoying. Welcome in everybody. So once we boot this thing on, I'm sure you guys are gonna have a lot of questions about this PC build. Because it's pretty dang wild. I haven't even spec'd out the price too, so we'll have to spec out the price. But if anybody has a guess on it, feel free to shoot your guesses because it's got a 9600X and we got a 7800 XT. Let's see. Should be able to turn this. Monitor's a little dirty. But there we got it, you guys. Welcome in everyone. All right, let's plug in the PC. There we go. The reflection on these streamers looks crazy right there. The Eston's looking beautiful as ever too. Let me show you guys a better angle because it doesn't look very good on the front camera. So let's swap this around. There we go, and should give it a second. And then the full RGB should it go? Should go any minute. Maybe it won't. Probably give it a minute. That was pretty cool. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of this build. The fans, I think, make this case stand out a lot, because usually in this case you don't get to see any of the fans, because right the side where the infinity mirrors usually are is being blocked. So the fact that it's on the front panel here is super cool. Welcome in everyone. All right, give it a second, and should be all dialed. Welcome in. What's up, Landon? That's pretty cool. Thank you, thank you. A lot of people ask about the Corsair lights, the Corsair LC100 lights. There we go. Now it should be a full RGB effect with signal. Well, thank you, Mr. Jauki. Yeah, it gives a lot of... All right, we are back, you guys. I had to swap mics. Swap my mic. But yeah, we could run any RGB pattern too in this. My PC. Oh yeah, I read that also already, Landon. Yeah, that's no good. That's pretty low. Pretty low FPS, yo. i9 14900KF XVX 7070 XT 96 DDR5. Oh my gosh, you're crazy. That's insane. That's a lot of RAM, yo. Nice, that's super cool, Frank. Getting a free PC, that's what's up. Can't beat that, yo. Welcome in. I actually build PCs for people and I just got paying me $2,000 for one. That's super awesome, Progressus. That's what's up. I got the exact same specs, man. Yeah, that's awesome. The Sama V3, yeah, I have. I did build this, yeah. Got a 7900 XT, dang bro, 2500. I have an i7 700K with a broken graphics card. Oh no. Ooh, that's pretty cool, Zachary. Oh, motherboard, it's the MSI X670E. 9080? Yeah, that'll be wild. Got your hands on a 5090? That's really cool. Yeah, it's a lot for a graphics card, just a single graphics card. That's a lot of money right there, yo. You could build like 3 PCs with that much money. You can never afford to build anything. Watching the builds online works though. Yeah, it does. It's fun. And that way you get to like see so many different builds too. Cable extensions, these are the Lee & Lee V2, but I have used extensions off Amazon that were super cheap. Hey, as long as you can game, Frank, that's all that matters, yo. As long as it at least runs the game, right? That would be a bummer, even if, like, if you couldn't run the game at all. I have Nomobo RGB, NZXT Z790. There's no RGB headers on the Z790. There's got to be. Ryzen 7 3700X going to be upgraded 2070 Super 9070 XT. Good idea or bad idea? I love the 9070 XT, but I probably wouldn't upgrade that system. I would scrap that whole system and do a new build with the 9070 XT. I'm on the West Coast in the US. Nice. Hey, spare parts. PC builds are really good. I got a 750 watt power supply recently off Marketplace for $50. It was a brand new Corsair one, unused. Ah, no Mobo RGB only fan RGB? Yeah, that's what's up. Lean Lee 850 watt. Nice. GPU RGB, but I kept it solid white. Nice. I have a horrible PC with corrupted GPU, so it doesn't recognize 16 gigabytes. Playing on integrated graphics, can't even play Roblox with the 2 graphics setting without almost crashing. Damn, that's rough, B-Blocks. I'm sure you'll upgrade that system soon, yo. I hope so. What do you think of the 5070 Ti ROG Strix I'm putting in my $3,000 build? Love the 5070 Ti. 4080 Super is great too. I recently got a 4080 Super and good golly upgrade from a 1060. Yeah, it is. Congrats. Nice, a 420 AIO finally did the trick for 14900K. That's what's up. Where can I find you a cheap PC? I would build your own. That's probably the cheapest you could do. Yeah, this is a Yeston Sacro 7800 XT. Yes. Yes, it is. Welcome in, welcome in. Nice. What GPU should I pair? A 7700K? I'm thinking a 6608 gigabyte. Well, I don't know. What are my thoughts? I mean, if you could score like a 6650 XT or a 7600, I would go with those. Just for better like future proofing. You know, I'll be able to play more AAA titles, games for longer. I'm not sure if the 6600 kind of caps out on any new AAA title game, but I bet it doesn't do so well. Where like a 6650 XT and a 7600 I think would do a bit better. I'm gonna search how to build a PC on my own. That's what's up, Landon. I have some pretty cool tutorials. I have one person who hangs out here in live who copied my exact all white, be quiet, light base 600 build. How much is this PC? This PC I think was around like, I don't know. I don't even know. We would have to spec it out, but it's got a 9600 and a 7800 XT. I paid quite a bit though, because we do have streamers, we do have Corsair LQ LC100 lights, and a really nice PC case. So yeah, it's a tough call. Tough call. The PC is a lot. It's a lot. The case is a lot. It's probably where most of the money went into this is the case, because the back is all glass. As you can see, here's behind the case, and it's all glass back there. So that looks super great. Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I love it. I like the new backdrop I got in my office too. I do have my personal PC on actually just kind of right behind us here. So if you guys want to see the other corner of my office, here we are. I just played a Deadlock game too. I did real bad as Abrams. I sucked. Do you think 3000 enough for a high-end build? It is more than enough. I built this 9070 XT 9800 X3D build for like $2,000-ish, yo. It was like, I don't know, I might have done it under 2000, but I think if any of you were to do it, it would be like 2200. The mini one is really cool. The mini one has an 8700G in it. The red and purple is my daily driver, yes. Both PCs are cool, thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, what's cool, I really like this Stream Deck too. Big fan of it. Even though I'm not a streamer, I really like it. It's kind of nifty. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like it's pretty nifty. Is AliExpress your team member one of those Asian companies okay to buying parts from? Should I stick to reputable stores? Just stick to reputable stores. You'll usually see similar prices. Amazon, Newegg, B&H. That's really what I stick to. Both are beauty. Thank you, Vortex. What are your thoughts on getting a custom pre-built at Micro Center? I haven't watched a whole lot of YouTube videos about it, but I've heard it's pretty good. I would go for it. How do I got the Sakura Edition's graphics card? I got two of them. I got one in that PC, and then I have one in the 4070 right here too. This one was kind of like a makeshift build. I took apart my Be Quiet Light Base 600. Do I like Lee & cases? Yeah, I do. I like the O11 Vision and the compact. They're pretty cool. I probably like the O11 Vision more, just because the push-pull setup you can do on the radiator with your tubes down for intake on the side, I think is really cool. Especially because I feel like nowadays CPUs need more help cooling than GPUs for the most part. The O11 Vision Compact, I like it. I like it though. It's decent. Lamborghini Edition, way too much money. I think paying over $120 for any PC case is not the right move. I think you can get a really cool PC case for 120 bucks. I got my O11 Vision for 120. I got my Be Quiet Light Base 600 DX for 120. That can fit like anything in it. Has 77 LEDs around the outside. It's backwards motherboard compatible. which is super cool. Has way too many features and way too good of a price for 120 bucks. So yeah, even like the Lee Evo at 159 gross. I can't build one myself because I'm only 12 and don't have much money. Hey, you'll get there one day, Landon. What do you think about the Corsair RX 360? This build, Landon, if you check out my video for this build, it was super cool. It was a really fun PC build. What about 5090 though? 5090 is great, but I think like a 9070 XT when undervolted with 5080 performance at 700 and whatever $29 is still overkill for people in terms of like how much they're going to use from that GPU. So I think like anything over $700 for an average Joe is spending too much on a GPU. It's not really like future-proofing yourself for gaming. I think it's just like going overboard. But I still think like new GPUs are great. It just depends on what you're using them for. But for most people, I always say like anything above like a 4070, you're not gonna really benefit from, especially depending on your resolution. 4070 can get enough FPS at 4K to play any game smoothly and make it where you don't fall behind anyone or anything for any reason. I'm looking at getting MSI Titan with 5090 or Omen with a 4090. I would score a 4090 for a crazy deal. I mean, find someone that's willing to sell it cheap. That would be super cool. But yeah, I mean, here soon too, with like so many crazy like AI capabilities, I bet you we're gonna be able to use our GPUs for probably some crazy things. Some pretty insane stuff here in the future. Biggest question, should I go with a white or black build? I would go with white. Yeah, especially if you can find all white parts. I think the hardest part for a white build is probably the motherboard. White motherboards are hard to match in a build and find for a good price. And I don't know, the NZXT board, I remember seeing it on sale at like 200, the super clean one, and then I went and looked at the specs further in it, and they really skimp you in a lot of areas, so I ended up not buying it. Is it safe to buy Intel Gen 14th Gen? I mean, yeah, it's always been fairly safe, just depending on, you know, I mean, for a while now, I think they fixed that issue a while ago, Mr. Berry. Wrong question, that's fine. PC specs, this is a 9070 XT 9800X 3D and the Be Quiet Light Base 600DX. Pretty nice build. It's probably my favorite RGB pattern for the PC. What do you think about the 5070 Ti Aero? I really like the 5070 Ti. It's underrated and works amazing. 25, 30 FPS, 5060 Ti, 16 gigabyte, can play anything at 4K. Artifacts are rare. I mean, yeah, I mean, I got a buddy who plays 4K on a 3060. 12 gigabyte version and plays any game he wants. He just doesn't get crazy high FPS, but it's smooth and nothing in his system runs hot. And I mean, and you play at any game, at least like 30 to 60 FPS. So yeah, when you have like specifics, you know, GPUs for resolutions, that's like the best GPU for that resolution. That doesn't mean you can't play that resolution with a GPU that's not as powerful. What fan should I buy? I would get the iColler vans, either the V3 or V2s off Amazon. 9070 XT or 5070 Ti, which do you recommend? I mainly play 1080p games and use VR. I'd get something less. If you're getting a 9070 XT or a 5070 Ti, you should definitely be playing at 4K, 1000%. If you're not playing at 4K, you don't need to spend that much money on your GPU. I would get like a 9060 XT, 16 gigabytes of VRAM, $349, more than enough. Do you believe in maxing out performance per dollar, or are you more focused on aesthetics? B-blocks, I don't know. I think it's kind of like a mix of the both B blocks because, like for example, these fans in this PC, I think look better than the Lee & Lee Uni fans. They have dual infinity mirrors. They can change from intake to exhaust with the flip of a switch. They have a 70 CFM rating, and they are the third of the price of the Lee & Lee Uni fans. So those are 4 pros to one of the products I buy and I found that I recommend to people. So yeah, 4 pros form, so that's like just one component in my build, right? But like the other thing, you know, we have Lee & Lee streamer cables, right? Those are $90 for a streamer cable. This one right here is just an overlay for $19. So the fact it's just an overlay too, you don't have to worry about it damaging anything because it's not running power through it. So I think B-Blocks, my setup kind of focuses on a mix of like having good aesthetics for a really good price. H6 Flow, what are your thoughts on NZXT H6 Flow? I did a pretty cool build in it, but it's kind of like old, not very unique anymore. Thermaltake T400 is a good i5 13400F. Nice. What LC AI cooler do you recommend in white? I'm buying the shit out of the Thermalright AIO 360 millimeter. I buy that one all the time. The Thermalright Infinity because it's a 360 millimeter AIO for $56. I think Thermalright offers like an LCD screen on one of their AIOs. I can't remember the version, but I bet you it's like $40 cheaper than any other AIO, and I do not recommend the Trix Panoramic at all. You know, I waste some money on RGB components, but I am not willing to waste that much money on an RGB component. Do your high refresh rate or prioritize resolution? I'd say resolution for me, just because like I don't slam my keyboard and scream when I'm gaming. I game to de-stress and to have fun. So whether I'm winning or losing, I have fun because I'm super busy in my day-to-day life. So like when I hop on gaming, like it's a place for me to, you know, have positive vibes. Leave it on, you're not making it. Sit by a chair and watch the sunset. Let time pass. Do you sell PCs? Do you make them for content? I sell PCs. Bro, yapping, I'm trying to see the cheeks clapping. Yo, y'all are wildin' tonight. I feel like 4 people just popped in here with the wildest energy. Sorry, I lagged. What did you say? I'm terrified now? Pilo Hat, let me go back. A bit random. What do you think about PS2s? I just got a 9700X with a 9070 XT. My first build. I've never had experience with Red Dragon. I don't know a lot about Red Dragon at all, especially their PSUs, so good luck. I don't know, a quick Google search could find you a pretty simple review though. What do you think about the MSI Godlike X670E motherboard? If you had no budget, that'd be super cool to get it, but I'd probably spend my money elsewhere in my build. So 145 in Australia are in. Where do you sell your PCs? Website? It's US only. I do have a website though. Hey, what's up, good guy? Okay, appreciate it. I checked different tier lists and have them different. Their models are kind of high rated, but B, they might just go to the GOAT Micro Center. I would just go to Micro Center. Hey, thank you, Jimmy Wells. This rig I built was a pretty wild build I did. It was pretty intense. We can take a closer look at it, and of course I could change any of the RGB patterns if you want me to also. Yeah, get all sorts of funky colors in there. Make it some type of rainbow. Hey, Pilo Hat, thank you for the sub. Let's go. I appreciate the positive energy, yo. We all love positive energy around here. The Gigabyte 7800 XT OC3 fan that rips. I love it. Great GPU. It is amazing. I really like the 7800 XT from Yeston too. It has a huge heat sink. It's beefy. It's beefy. What PSU should you get for a 7600 5060 Ti 16 gig? I would at least get a 750. I think you could probably get by with a 650, but prices are going to be pretty similar. They're like $10, $15 difference. Specs of my gaming PC. This is the Be Quiet Light Base 600 DX with the Power Color 9070 XT Red Devil, and 9800X3D is the CPU. All of the SD cards are super sick. The Atlantis is like so overpriced though, it's a bummer. How much was this PC? This PC was like $2,200, I'd say. Which card did I get? I got the Power Color Devil Color 9070 XT, yo. Let me show you guys a little closer. Do I prefer AMD or NVIDIA? I think they both have really good options. It just depends on the price. My favorite two GPUs are probably the 9060 XT and the 5070 Ti. You'll pay $1, great deal. Which CPU? This has a 9800X3D in it. That's sick, thank you. A lot of people like it when I just run like red. People like their simple RGB patterns. Y'all be such simpletons. What case is this? This is the Be Quiet Light Base 600 DX. Screen inside is pretty cool. I like how I was able to fit it right here. Most people can only fit theirs in the back. But yeah, super clean. Yeah, I didn't have to sacrifice a fan for the screen. Mainly Galahad Infinity or Corsair RX 360 LCD. I think the Galahad is just way too overpriced. And Corsair sucks because you need IQ Link. So I would get the Thermalright LCD Screen 1B Swarm. Can I do Blue Wave? I can. Super clean. Thank you. White is the best RGB color. Yeah, we could run white or blue. Or maybe a little bit of both. Setup's nasty. Props to you. Thank you. Yeah, so this is like my little personal desk here. Then we got lots going on in this corner. This is kind of like my build wall. And then this is where I do all my like recording and setting up PCs and all that jazz. We got some more stands, some more lights. We got the custom liquid water cooled build I'm going to be doing very soon. We have a 7900 XT and a 9800 X3D build that's in the Montec HSO2 that's going to be upside down. Also scored the 9800 X3D for $399 for this build. We got a Musatex 4070 Yeston Sakura with a Ryzen 9 5900X that is about like, you know, like 1500-ish. So yeah, we got lots of cool builds here in the office. We got my mini PC, which is 4.1 liters. It is one of the few mini ITX cases you could probably find with like a glass panel you can throw on there. So yeah, you can see inside this thing, which is pretty dope. Yeah, I've had the Yeston cards for a long time. I found them a long time ago. Yeston, they're the GOAT. I was like, I feel like everyone found out about them once Gamer Nexus made a video on it. But before Gamers Nexus, I was building with the Yeston and loving it. All the Thermalright AOs are out of stock? No way. It's probably because they're like the best price. Just picked it up 5090 Astral, 4090 Trio, swapping it tomorrow. I think I'm going to notice a difference. I mean, possibly. If you're like doing a lot of work with your PC, A lot of crazy AI stuff. I don't know. You make salary by like working on your PC. I bet you're gonna love it. Stock keeping is buns. Yeah, Micro Center doesn't have a crazy amount of stuff. I would just order it off Amazon. Just be patient. PC building is all about patience. If you're not patient, you'll break something. PC's too old for an AI out. Yeah, most PCs honestly don't even need them. Bro, 1650. I'm here with an i5 2320 and a GTX 660. That's wild. Go for a 50s card. Lazy. Yeah, I like the 9060 XT. That's my favorite budget GPU. No doubt. What case is this? This is the Be Quiet Light Base 600DX. Appreciate everyone hanging out too, yo. This is lit. One of the better streams I've had here on YouTube. So I appreciate it a lot. This is a 5070 Ti overkill for Rocket League. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. This does not have an Intel PC. If you look at my build wall, I have no Intel CPUs I've used in the past couple years up there. Selling GTX 1080s at 1,000. Not even joking. That's stupid. What the hell? 1650 is the best card I can get with the OptiFlex 710 because of the proprietary software. That's wild. Should I get a PSU Silver 80 Plus instead of a gold rating PSU? I would stress a lot about that. I would stress about the company more in the price point. I mean, it depends on your system, but I would get the gold if possible. I play at 4K. Like and sub would be lit, yo. I went against I appreciate that SL. You're the GOAT, too. I went against the grain and got a Z870 Aorus X Ice with Ultra 9 285 gift. A lot of RAM. It's not bad at all, like everyone says. I mean, yeah, it's probably not. Yeah, there's a really good setup, especially for work. But like if you're trying to budget game, the 7800X 3D and like a 5070 Ti, really good combination right now. That system probably wouldn't beat it by a lot in like gaming performance, and you're spending like $1,000+ less. But for like a work setup, I bet it's beast. What do you think about the NZXT Kraken Elite? I hate NZXT stuff. What's up, bro? The coolest looking PC I've ever seen. No way. You're the GOAT, yo. I appreciate that. The white build was really cool in this PC. When I had the all white version of it, it was really cool also. It was freaking dope. 7800X 3D. I mean, I've seen the 7800X 3D go down to 275. You could probably get away with that whole PC for like $1,700. Not budget, but comparative to a 14900K build with like crazy RAM. The guy previously in here had. Not only are you going to save on the CPU, but you're going to save on the motherboard and all that. But yeah, I was just saying comparative to the Intel build. I don't know why Intel CPU in 2025 feels odd. I mean, people don't talk about about them a lot, but they're still good CPUs. 11400F, 7600 XT, 1104F died on me. Should I sell my 7600 XT and buy a used 3070 Ti? No, I'd keep it. You don't get the marginal. The games are way too marginal there. I would get something else better. 12600K EVGA 38. That's dope. Mostly play Minecraft. That's fun. I think I'm all caught up. $500 RX 580 build. You could do better for $500 than an RX 580. You could fit in 6600 easy. So I have a question. Okay, I think I'm all caught up. 12600K 3080. That's awesome. Yeah, you can play any AAA title that's out right now smoothly. Probably the system's probably pretty hot though. PSU to silver rating. That's what my 3070 Ti curb stomp by 7800 XT. Yeah, 7800 XT is pretty good. 9060 XT is really good though. The price point's insane. I wish I just got 2 of those instead of my 7800 XT recently, but it's whatever. CPU and RAM can do all I want by 10 gigabytes. I just want to play MC shaders and Roblox. Yeah, I suggest a lot of you guys scrap your system completely, start fresh on AM4 or AM5 and instead of trying to upgrade in like an old system. I'm located on the West Coast in the US. Flipping PCs, that's what's up, Jay Savage. It's a pretty tough thing to do. Past 40% usage. Yeah, most games are GPU dependent. Yeah, so I would get something better because your upgrade isn't that good to a 3070 Ti. I would, like I'm saying, the 9060 XT. What are y'all doing? Y'all are sleeping on that GPU. AM5 is definitely way to go for gaming. Yeah, AM4 and AM5 are super viable, I think, and you can build PCs super cheap on them. You for an AMD build, you never regret pricey performance? Yeah, you won't. What fans are you using in your build? I'm using the Interstellar iCooler V3 fans. I absolutely love them. 12 out of 10. 20 out of 10. 69 out of 10. I'm working on a PC with a 7700 CPU. What GPU do I recommend? 9060 XT. What are y'all doing? Very tight budget. Egyptian prices are very bad because of hyperinflation. That's tough. I don't know, it costs a bit to get an AU. How long do you see them? Do you use them for mining? No. B-blocks, no mining. Well, no, I would get something else for mining. Like a Quadro. Old used Quadro. Want to switch my Intel CPU to AMD CPU? Yeah, you do. Gift me one. What, XD? What you gifting me? Recently built my dream PC. Reddit made me hate it. Ghost. As long as you can game, be happy. People out there are salty about everything. If someone's being salty about something, it just shows they aren't happy in their life. If someone's giving you advice and helping you out, most likely they're happy, they're content, so they're going out of their way to help someone. That's how I see it. Anybody with like negative comment and saying you messed up and overspent on your PC and any of that, they just aren't happy with like their life, where they're at, decisions they made. If they give you it like their constructive criticism in a better way, like explaining how to upgrade and stuff like that, and like what decisions to make next time, and stuff like that, I wouldn't stress it. If any of you guys feel like you overpaid for your GPU, don't stress it, or overpaid for your PC. As long as you can game, be happy. What's my opinion about Intel GPU? Well, the 9060 XT, it kind of like smashed it, but for the price point, but it's still pretty good. As long as the PC and games work at good quality is good. Yeah, that's what's up. Rocky Jungle has newer versions with Gen 5 PCI, most F for price. 9060 XT is the way to go. I mean, you don't even need Gen 5 PCIe slot. You could use a Gen 4 PCIe slot on a Gen 5 card, and I think you get like 3 to 5% performance loss, maybe less. What your opinion about Intel? I think I'm caught up. Fun fact, and budget AIO costs more than my PC. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. If you have a really tight budget, you should go for GPU, get more VRAM, AMD all the way. Overpaying for your GPU is just part of the game when it comes to a mid-tier, high-end tier GPUs. Comes with Hoppy, lol. Yeah, it definitely does. And I mean, don't stress it if you get blasted on Reddit for overpaying for something. For now, I buy GPU at last. Just wait till you get a good deal on one. Like 9060 XT is a really good deal for a 1440p card. Really good. Do you think AM5 will survive as long as the AM4 lasted? No doubt. About a year I ran super low and kept them super well maintained. That's what's up, XD. Right now I only need a PSU, CPU, mobile, and DDR4 RAM. You are getting there, lazy. B-Blocks. Hey, you're making it happen. It looks like you already know a lot about PCs, so looks like you got a bright future ahead of you. Quick question, you use Gen 3 NVMe on Gen 4 NVMe slot? Yes, you can. All these slots on motherboards are, when at least it comes to like, not like the socket, but like the generation of SSDs and GPUs, right? Not RAM, SSDs and GPUs. You can always, they're always backwards compatible. So newer slots will be compatible with older generations. How many PCs do I have in total? I have 2 of my own PCs right now. My personal PCs, just 2. My other ones are all for customers and ones I'm shipping out. Should I choose a Ryzen 5 5500 or 5600? In this scenario, 5500 is Gen 3. You lose a lot of performance. 5600 all the way. You could probably find a used one for a really good deal too. And yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about that CPU crapping out. CPU's got lots of life on it. Probably like 10 years. Can you suggest a laptop for programming 1080p video editing under 650? I think like an Acer one with, I don't know, you're going to get a pretty bad GPU CPU combo, but try to stick to like AMD and an NVIDIA and get an Acer Nitro, like entry level, should be 600 bucks. What software do I use to edit? I'm going to build myself editing PC soon. I actually don't do a lot of editing. I did some with like Wondershare, Filmora. But other than that, I just use CapCut. CapCut's amazing. Like, and I use the free version, so I don't pay for anything. But a lot of software you have to pay for. What is a good GPU? 700K for 350? 9060 XT. It'll probably like bottleneck that CPU depending on what game and certain scenario, but buy it and you'll be able to throw it in a new rig that you eventually upgrade to. Light base 600 too, but I can't control the fans individually from the built-in hubs. Is there another hub I can buy individually? RGB control. SPY. Yeah, I'm not sure why you would need to control them individually. Yeah, unless you're going into Signal RGB and like building out a whole custom like RGB theme, like device layout. What do you think about the refurbished laptops? Not so good. Laptops run really hot and the fans are super loud and the fans will probably break. So you need to build around the specific applications you're going to be utilizing. Certain applications are set up for manufacturers. Yeah, Jimmy Wells. Yeah, it will help out a lot for like if you're like heavy 4K editing, long stuff, you might need to think about that. But for general editing, little things like on my 8700G mini ITX build right here, I can edit anything I need. I mean, this is on AM5, but has the performance of like a 1650 Ti. And it's got 32 gigs of RAM, a nice SSD, but that thing is more than enough for like 4K editing, 2-hour video, renders pretty fast. Can do more than enough. Isn't there a software that builds your entire RGB regardless of brand? Yeah, it's called Signal RGB. Do you think AMD will take over the CPU and GPU market? I mean, they have until sales are horrible and their company is worth like negative trillions of dollars. What's the base PC for 650? Probably a 5600X and a 6600 build. Solid bet. Thanks. Of course, Midix. Yeah, if you watch my videos, I have crazy RGB patterns on all my builds. One moment, you guys. Let's see. I'm going to be ending the stream, so if anyone wants to know more about this build, make sure to sub, you guys. Make sure to subscribe. I talk lots about this build. I'm going to be getting my Discord in my bio here on YouTube. It's exciting. So everyone have a blessed night and peace.